June 4th, 2026. Let's get into it.
Quick shout out to today's sponsor, GridTerm. Run multiple terminal sessions side by side, perfect for Claude Code and Codex power users. Gridterm.com, link in the description. The NSA is using Claude to hack people. The Financial Times just reported that the National Security Agency is running Anthropic's Mythos product to power offensive cyber operations. So yeah, the same company that puts out a constitution about being helpful, harmless, and honest is now powering Uncle Sam's cyber attacks. And the timing is wild. Anthropic literally open sourced a vulnerability discovery framework today, built from Mythos Learnings. They say it's for defenders. The NSA apparently uses it the other way.
Speaking of Anthropic, they just admitted AI is already building AI. The Anthropic Institute published data showing their engineers ship 8 times as much code per quarter as they did from 2021 to 2025. They straight up said recursive self-improvement could come sooner than most institutions are prepared for.
That's a polite way of saying we are losing the steering wheel. When the company building the model tells you the model is now building the model, that's the part where the sci-fi movie usually cuts to a warning montage. Sam Altman's fusion startup just raised another $465 million. Helion is now valued at $15.5 billion, and the cash is going straight into Orion, its first power plant, which it promised to deliver to Microsoft by 2028. Helion's whole pitch is wild. Instead of using steam turbines like every other fusion company, they pull electricity straight out of the magnets. If they actually ship by 2028, Microsoft becomes the first hyperscaler running on fusion. If they don't, it's just another billion-dollar science fair.
Meta is building AI data centers in literal tents, 6 of them outside New Albany, Ohio, each one 125,000 square feet, stuffed with billions of dollars in AI chips, powered by 200 megawatts of modular gas turbines parked next door.
This is the Tesla Model 3 tent strategy, except instead of cars, it's NVIDIA GPUs. Zuckerberg basically looked at the construction timeline, said nope, and bought tents. We've officially entered the duct tape and prayers era of AI infrastructure. The chip company powering the entire AI boom says it can't keep up. TSMC CEO C.C. Wei told shareholders, quote, "Customer demand is so high and we can only support so much. The world's biggest chip maker is the bottleneck."
TSMC is dumping $165 billion into Arizona fabs, but Wei warned it could take a very long time before US production catches up. So that explains the meta tense. When the chip guys say they're tapped out, you start cutting corners. Apple gave up and put Google Gemini inside Siri. The big Siri overhaul at WWDC on Monday is reportedly running on Google's model under the hood. The $2 trillion company that built its own chips and its own OS just outsourced its assistant's brain to its biggest rival.
Bloomberg also leaked a standalone Siri app meant to compete with ChatGPT and Claude, which is hilarious because the Siri app powered by Gemini is now competing with Gemini. Apple's WWDC strategy is just trust falls. AI music startup Suno just doubled to $5.4 billion. They raised $400 million in fresh funding 6 months after their last round at $2.45 billion. Investors are doubling down even with major lawsuits from the record labels still pending. The Verge headline literally called it Sono's AI Muzak, which is brutal but fair. The labels say it was trained on stolen songs. The investors say, great, here's another $400 million. Apple just let the first AI agent inside iMessage. Poke, a startup that turns AI agents into text messages, is now approved on Apple's Messages for Business platform. It's the first third-party AI agent Apple has ever let in. Poke says it's already relayed 100 million messages and pays Apple per user. That last part is the real news. Apple just invented an AI agent tax 3 days before WWDC, where they're rumored to launch an AI agent app store. Coincidence? Nope.
Congress wants to freeze every state AI law for 3 years. Republican Jay Obernolte and Democrat Lori Trahan just dropped a 269-page draft bill that would preempt state-level AI rules entirely while a federal standard gets sorted out. Translation: California, sit down. The tech industry has been losing patience with 50 different state rulebooks, and this bill is the lobbyist Christmas list in legislative form. Whether it actually passes is a whole other story. Meta's smart glasses are hiding a facial recognition system. Wired dug through the companion app's code and found references to a system that can identify the people you're looking at, even though Meta spent years swearing the glasses can't do that.
So either it's a feature in development they forgot to hide, or it's the feature everyone always knew was coming. Either way, next time you see someone wearing Ray-Bans at a party, maybe assume they just got your full name in LinkedIn. One more time, grid term run multiple terminal sessions side by side, link in the description.
That's the news. Catch you tomorrow.